I get up at 5:30 we start the workout, like on 15-20 minutes of mobility stretching, 45 minutes of workout, and end it with a 10-minute of HIIT,
Okay.
And so by 7 I'm done. Between 7:15 to 7:30, 7:45, I pick up the guitar nowadays, and I'm either singing to myself. Yeah, so 7:45, whatever, I'm like wired, and I start doing work. I've always wanted to do muscle ups in my life.
Okay, yeah.
So right now it's on my list of things to do, and I don't know. I mean, like my shoulder mobility isn't that great, and I've injured myself many times when I used to play basketball.
Okay.
And even once cricket, I I'd hurt myself. So now I'm trying to get mobility back on my shoulder, improving my grip strength. So my goal is that by my next October, my next birthday, I should be able to do at least one muscle up. Wow. Because I know that it's going to be hard to do 10 muscle ups, because my goal is, because I know that if I have to get my muscle up going, I'll automatically, my grip strength goes up, and all of those benefits anyways will be there.
क्योंकि हम बात कर रहे हैं कि what are you doing currently, I want you to also mention about your podcast, The Other Side. मतलब मैंने सुना, I think it's great way to bring people on the platform who are really popular and who are into fitness. So मैं चाहती हूँ कि आप थोड़ा सा अपने The Other Side के बारे में भी बताओ.
No, thank you for bringing that up. Yeah, I mean, Other Side is essentially the name of my podcast. I just started as like a fun thing. So I've been lucky enough to know a lot of people in the entrepreneur ecosystem, and I realized that उनमें से कुछ लोग हैं जो बहुत celebrated है, जो they are very unique in terms of what their background is, which people don't know. So startups में क्या होता है, आप हमेशा product, funding, $1 million, $1 billion, unicorn, growth, इसी के बारे में बात करते हैं, और ज़्यादातर सब लोग इसके बारे में बात करते हैं. But then I realized that there are two type of entrepreneur. One who is doing for a long term with a clear vision. One essentially who is like a me too, like short term ka karna hai, and that reflects in their life also. So when I started studying these people, I realized that जो long term करता है वो अपना long term at the back end there is something which is anchoring them, and that is essentially how strong they are mentally and physically, because they are thinking everything long term. So there were few people whom I knew, and I realized कि उनका जो other side है बहुत unique है, जो लोगों को नहीं पता है. Right? So someone who might be a billionaire, but लोग उनको billionaire के एक tag से जानते हैं, but there is a very interesting other side of it कि मेरा क्यूरियोसिटी ये था कि वो कितने बजे उठते हैं, वो मेंटली क्या करते हैं अपने आप को स्ट्रॉन्ग करने के लिए, वो फिजिकली क्या करते हैं, कितने बजे सोते हैं, क्या खाते हैं, जस्ट टू अंडरस्टैंड द मेंटल मॉडल्स, बिकॉज दैट मेक्स देम हु दे आर टू द पब्लिक वर्ल्ड. So that was the identity. Just like I said, it's just the other side, right? We know most of the people on LinkedIn because of what they write, but there's a lot on the other side of the person which is not known.
Right.
So I thought, can I have a fun conversation, talking to these people and basically unpacking their routines, largely mental and physical fitness routines, because that's my curiosity to understand, what makes them do what they are, and just to kind of unpack the behind the scenes. So that's essentially what the podcast Other Side is. It just started almost a couple of months back now. Published 3 episodes, but it's been fun knowing people and exploring the unknown of them.
So I can safely say कि other side पे billionaires आते हैं.
No, I mean, मेरा goal ये है कि definitely not to establish that tag, but it's fun. Like, I mean, say people find out कि एक billionaire है, but उनको ये नहीं पता कि वो billionaire के पीछे उनका mindset क्या है, right? Yeah. I mean, if someone says कि यार मैं I go out 5 o'clock, I have a 1 hour gym session, then I eat this, then I sleep at 9 o'clock. It's very hard to believe, right? हमें लगता है कि billionaire हमेशा घूमते रहते हैं, उनके पास बहुत पैसा है, लोग उनके लिए काम कर रहे हैं and all of that, but it's very fun knowing that they live an average Joe life, but they're doing a lot of things which average Joes are not doing, which is very simple, but people overcomplicate it.
Yeah, and I think the other thing is when we put that the people who are working on such a big goal and still they are able to make time for fitness, they have certain passion going on in their life and they stick to it for years together, that goes in the society as a very strong message कि अगर ये लोग कर सकते हैं तो you have to also start doing it today ताकि तुम अपना future बना सको. 10 साल के बाद 20 साल के बाद में when you look back today तो you should feel proud कि हाँ आज ये तुमने चीजें स्टार्ट की थी and that is why you become who you become in the future. बट मेरे को एक और जोक मारना है मुझे यहाँ पे, ये कि द अदर साइड पे बिलियनर्स आते हैं, वेजफिट पे people who are on the path of billionaires come. So I welcome all the entrepreneurs who are on that path and then they go to the other side.
Very kind of you. I have to put a disclaimer कि I have no aspirations to be a billionaire, not even a millionaire. I am just being happy who I am, because even if I mean, I don't know what to do with millions and billions. I have no clue. But yeah, to your point, I think one of my hidden goals were also that, look, we are a very aspirational society, right? We are not a society which is very intrinsic. Like it's very hard कि हमें लगे बिना किसी को देखे we feel कि चलो जाके कुछ exercise करते हैं या जाके meditation करते हैं, right? We have to always look up to someone. And in today's time, in the 21st century, entrepreneurs are probably bigger than your traditional celebrities, because people understand who these entrepreneurs are. So I wanted these people to come out and tell, look, this is what I am doing beyond what you know what I am doing, right? So these are people who are mostly talking, like I said, about startup and product and fundraising. But अगर यही लोग आके बोलेंगे कि नहीं, I also do exercise, I also eat right, I also have a coach, I also have someone who helps me in my nutrition, and that's as probably even more important than what I'm doing, what you see me on LinkedIn and all. So that's even more powerful. So that was also my reason, right? I mean, look, if Hrithik Roshan comes and says, look, I do a six-pack, and people know that's not possible, right? But if a typical person will come and say, yeah, I can go from 0 to 1, be a billionaire with no privileged background, but at the same time also doing this, तो वो थोड़ा relatable हो जाता है. So yeah, that was also one of the primary reasons why I wanted to kind of have that format.
Yeah, but that's awesome, and wish you luck for more episodes. कौन आ रहा है इसके बाद में?
Thank you. देखिए, I mean, I'll release the next episode in another week, 10 days time, पता चलेगा आपको.